Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my peeps wherever you are in the world. This is your boy X-Man 1991 signing on. What is up, YouTube fam? I haven't done no sporting recaps on any of my teams in a while, so it's time I get back doing it. It's not going to be a long sporting video. It's just going to be a short one. I'm just going to give y'all a rundown on how all my teams are doing. First, I'm going to give you my quick halftime report on tonight's game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat, with the Cavs leading the series 3-0. This shit is do or die for the Heat. If they win tonight, game 5 is back in Cleveland. But if they lose, not only will they get swept, but their season will be over. The Heat got crushed in the first half, giving up 43 points in the first quarter while scoring 17. Then they gave up 29 in the second quarter while scoring 16. At halftime, Cavs 72, Heat 33. I feel like the Heat season is going to come to an end. There's no way that these niggas are going to make a comeback. But you got to give the Cavs credit because they've been the #1 seed in the East all season long. You got to give them credit. You got to give credit to Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and the rest of the Cavs. They've been working hard all season long. It all started when they were 15-0. Then they won 16 in a row after the All-Star break. So we'll see what happens. But before I do a rundown on games 1 and 2 between the Cavs and the Heat, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how my Houston Astros are doing. We're going to do a quick rundown of them versus the Kansas City Royals. The Astros lost to the Royals on Friday and Saturday 2-0. But they got back at them yesterday, avoid getting swept by them 7-3. The Astros are now 14-13 as the Royals drop to 14-15. Tonight through Wednesday, the Astros are back at the crib taking on the Detroit Tigers. Then this weekend, they're going to be in Chi-Town going up against the White Sox. Cinco de Mayo through May 7th, they're going to be in Milwaukee going up against the Brewers. Then Mother's Day weekend, they're back at the crib taking on the Cincinnati Reds. As for the Braves, they beat the Diamondbacks on Friday 8-2 and Saturday 8-7. But they lost to them on yesterday 6-4. The Diamondbacks are now 15-13 as the Braves drop to 12-15. Tonight through Wednesday, the Braves are in Colorado going up against the Rockies. I have a feeling that the Braves are going to sweep the Rockies. Because look at the Rockies' record. They are 4-23. Damn, Rockies. You guys won 4 games by far and you lost 23. Yeah, the Braves got this one. They're going to sweep the Rockies. There's no question about it. Then this weekend, they're back at the crib taking on the defending World Series champs, the Dodgers. Cinco de Mayo through May 8th, they'll take on the Cincinnati Reds. And then Mother's Day weekend, they go against the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Now let's do a rundown of the Western Conference quarterfinals between the Golden State Warriors and my Houston Rockets. As you all know, this is the Rockets' first playoffs appearance in 5 years, as well as the Warriors, who missed last year's playoffs after losing to the Kings in the play-in tournament. I'm so happy that my Rockets are back in the playoffs after 5 long years. What the hell took the Rockets so long to get back in the playoffs? Don't know. But I'm happy that they're back in the playoffs. The Warriors beat the Rockets in game 1, 95-85. My Rockets got back at the Warriors in game 2, 109-94. And the Warriors beat the Rockets on Saturday, 104-93. The Warriors leads the series 2-1. Game 4 is coming on tonight at 9 o'clock. Game 5 is back at home on Wednesday. Game 6, if necessary. No, this is going to be a game 6. Back in San Francisco on Friday. And this Sunday, if necessary, game 7 will be back at home in Houston. I'm still predicting the Rockets to win 4-2. That's my prediction. But we'll see. Now let's do a quick rundown of the Western Conference quarterfinals between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the LA Lakers. The Timberwolves beat the Lakers in game 1, 117-95. Lakers got back at them in game 2, 94-85. The Timberwolves beat the Lakers in game 3, 116-104. And the Timberwolves beat the Lakers again yesterday, 116-113. Game 5 is back in LA on Wednesday. If necessary, Game 6 back in Minnesota on Friday. And if necessary, Game 7 back in LA on Sunday. The Timberwolves leads the series 3-1. Last but not least, a quick rundown of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat. The Cavs beat the Heat in Game 1, 121-100. Game 2, 121-112. And Game 3, 124-87. The Cavs leads the series 3-0. Game 4 is on right now. If necessary, Game 5 is back in Cleveland on Wednesday. If necessary, Game 6 is back in Miami on Friday. And if necessary, Game 7 is back in Cleveland on Sunday. But I have a feeling that the Heat season is over. The Cavs are going to be moving on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Thunder already swept the Grizzlies. So the Thunder can just chill until they find out who their next opponent is going to be. The Knicks are leading their series 3-1. The series is tied between the Nuggets and the Clippers. And the Celtics, I believe, is leading. The champs, the Celtics, are leading 3-1. Yep. Let's find out who were the player of the games of these games. Let me see who was the player of the game in Game 1 between the Rockets and the Warriors. I believe you all know who's the player of the game. Flight's boyfriend, Steph Chef. Look at Wardell Curry, man. 31 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists in Game 1. Let me guess, Jalen Green was the player of the game in Game 2. See. Yep, I was right. Jalen Green was the player of the game in game two. 38 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Alperen Sengun needed 3 more assists to go with a triple-double. 17 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. Let me guess, Flight's boyfriend was the player of the game in game three. Yep. Steph Curry was the player of the game in game three. 36 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. Alperen Sengun needed 6 more assists to go with a triple-double. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. All right, who's the player of the game in game one between the Timberwolves and the Lakers? I'm guessing it's the Ant-Man. No, it's Jaden McDaniels. He was the player of the game in game one. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Let's see. Who was the player of the game in game two? Luka Magic was the player of the game in game two. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. He needed 1 more assist to go with a triple-double. LeBron needed 3 more assists to go with a triple-double. 21 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. The player of the game for game three was Jaden McDaniels again. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. LeBron needed 6 more assists to go with a triple-double. 38 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. And game four, the Ant-Man was the player of the game in game four. Anthony Edwards, 43 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Jaden McDaniels needed 7 more assists to go with a triple-double. 60 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. LeBron needed 2 more assists to go with a triple-double. 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. And now the player of the game for the Heat Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell was the player of the game in game one. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Jarrett Allen needed 9 more assists to go with a triple-double. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist. The player of the game in game two was Donovan Mitchell again. 30 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Bam Adebayo needed 1 more assist to go with a triple-double. 11 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. And the player of the game in game three. The player of the game was Jarrett Allen in game three. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. He needed 9 more assists to go with a triple-double. And that's it. So that's a quick rundown of all my teams. The Astros versus the Royals, the Braves versus the Diamondbacks, the Western Conference quarterfinals between the Warriors and the Rockets, the Western Conference quarterfinals between the Timberwolves and the Lakers, and the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the Heat and the Cavaliers. Shout out to Mike Henry, Jamie and Katie Filer, and the hosts of the Just a Little Shady podcast, Haley, Jade, and Brittany Andy. All the links to their pages will be in the description down below. So what do you guys think about the NBA playoffs by far? And who do you want to see go to the finals this year? If you are new, if you are here, hit the notification bell for my next Rockets, Lakers, Rockets, Warriors, Heat, and Astros rants. Subscribe, like this shit, comment if you want to. What do you got to lose? So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. This is X-Man 1991. Signing off. You guys take it easy out there. Y'all be safe. Holla at your boy. I'll catch you tomorrow for my review of Crazy Taxi. Until then, go Golden State Warriors. Go Miami Heat. Go Houston Rockets. Go Los Angeles Lakers. And go Houston Astros. And go Atlanta Braves. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. No more talk.